Hey, welcome back. So, it's Paper Mario. Yeah, I don't think Paper Mario is the best game to do this for me because there's a lot of talking and that's just not conducive to my play style or whatever. Cause like I don't know, I watch the Game Grumps and they do a lot of games like this, and then whenever there's talking, they'll do like voice acting because they're like voice actors. But I can't do that. And frankly, I don't really want to. So, I mean, it would be nice if I was a good voice actor. That would be fun. But I'm not. And I don't like. It just feels like I'm doing like a kid's thing. Like, ooh, I'm reading you a story or something. But I haven't played this in a while, so I hope I do it right. Bonk, bonk. I'm doing good so far. Okay, so I have notes. I'm just gonna talk a little. Oh, I have the book right here. I mentioned the book a couple times. Oh, I can't do that. No. I was supposed to actually do that book club thing today, but one of the guys couldn't do it, so we're gonna do it next week. I actually didn't have too many. We read chapters 5 through 9 this week, and I didn't have too many problems like I did last week when I talked about the Trinity and evolution or whatever. Why am I not timing it right? Boop, 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 burr. My note this week, I have a couple notes about it, but there we go, nice. I was feeling a little bit last week like I was doing the thing where I was just, is there a term for this? There must be, but like you just ask questions and you act like that proved something, where you're like, oh, what about this? And then you're like, oh, see, I just asked a good question, so that means that like it's like a stopping point for you, like, oh, I asked a question, so that disproves whatever. I feel like they do that. I don't know. Everybody does it, but I see the Fox News people do it a lot, where they're like, well, we're just asking questions. Like especially with the virus stuff, they're like, well, why can't we ask questions? It's like, you can ask questions, but then you have to want the answer. You can't just ask a question and then be like, oh, see? What? No. Let's talk about it now. Like, if you have a question, let's try to answer it. I don't want to be the guy who's like, well, the Trinity is stupid because it doesn't say it in the Old Testament. I kind of phrased it like a question. And so I'm like, see? Then everything is stupid then, right? Well, no, if you actually genuinely want an answer to the question, then try to get an answer. Like, try to search for an answer. Don't just stop at the question and be like, well, I have this question, and so then everything must be stupid because I'm questioning it. Yeah, it's frustrating when people, they just act like they proved something when they ask a question. You didn't prove anything. It's good to ask a question, but that's like part 1 of a 10-part process. It's not the end. It's the beginning. It's the hypothesis. You ask a question. So I gotta get all the shells back. So when I go to the book club, if I have to be genuine, and I don't know. I guess I could feel a little part of myself last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. That wasn't really being genuine. Like, I wasn't genuinely searching for an answer to my question. I was just questioning it because I was like, I don't know why people do that. I guess they want to feel smart. Like, ooh, look at, I came up with this question. But that doesn't make you smart. Everybody has questions like, oh, wait a minute, you said that God exists, but like I don't see him, so why can't I see him? Like, that would be a question. Like, oh, if God exists, then why can't I see him? Or like, okay, that's a good question, but you can't stop there if you really want an answer. And the answer might be that he doesn't exist, but you can't just stop at the question. I feel like that's what a lot of people do. And that's what I kind of do sometimes. How do I do this? Oh. Is that all of them? I like that guy. He's good. So, what were some questions I had this week? Oh, chapter 6 is about angels and demons and stuff, and obviously, I don't know how I'm going to bring any of this up, because I probably won't bring anything up like I didn't last time, but I don't think that... Well, here's my question. Like, I had questions last time, and I genuinely should be searching for an answer and not just being like, well, here's my question, so I'm right, or whatever. I should buy something. What does this do? Nope. You can fill up your inventory pretty quick in this game, I remember. Yeah, so that's it for right now. I won't buy anything else. Here's my question. Why do angels exist? God created angels, but why? In the book it says the purpose of angels is basically, like, their main purpose is to glorify God and to do, well, it also says it, like, the angels do stuff for God, but like, why can't God just do that stuff? I don't understand. What's the purpose of having these separate beings that are doing stuff when God could just do it? So okay, that one's hard to believe, but maybe the one to glorify and to worship God, that one I can kind of understand, but kind of makes you not like God so much, because he's like, you made like these entire beings just to worship you. It's pretty vain, God. How do I get this thing? I guess I can't. What do I do? What does he say? Oh, I gotta go to Coops. Where's the Cooper? Cooper Trooper. Anything else interesting here? So the only thing God can't do is worship himself. So I'm like, okay, he created the angels to worship him, but it's kind of a dumb reason. And so Satan is an angel, and the demons are angels. They're fallen angels. So if God didn't create the angels, there wouldn't be demons and there wouldn't be Satan. I guess you could say, well, God created angels because he needed Satan? Is that possible? Satan was necessary? It gets a little fuzzy. Oh, I was going to say fuzzy. This wild fuzzy took my shell. When you're talking about this stuff, because it's like, what exactly do the demons do? They tempt humans to do bad things. But do humans really need demons' help for that? I mean, I don't know. It's a little hard to comprehend, like, what's the point of demons? And I have to say, I mean, I'll just say it. I don't believe that demons exist. It's hard. The thing for me is, like, whenever people talk about this spiritual battle going on between angels and demons, and it's like, it's all happening under our nose, but we can't see it, and it's like this super interesting war, and there's like these monsters, like these demons with like fire breath, and it's like these angels with like these wings, and they're like fighting each other for our souls or whatever, and it's like the universe isn't that interesting. That's not what's happening. It's like some ancient people just made that up because they were bored. That's the simpler solution. They're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if angels and demons were fighting over our soul? Because they didn't have TV. That's my answer. And so that's why I can't really genuinely ask this question, because I'm not really looking for an answer. I mean, what kind of an answer could you give me that would make me be like, well, wait a minute, maybe angels and demons are a thing? Because you can't really prove it to me. So you're gonna have to say something. I'm in the position of, I guess that's it for the day. I don't really know what I'm doing anyway. I'm in the position of, I don't believe angels and demons exist. So you're going to have to convince me that they do, and you're going to have to do it without proof or evidence, because no evidence exists of it. So how are you supposed to do it? How are you going to convince me without proof that this thing exists? That's the problem. Like, you don't have to do that so much for God, because I'm like, okay, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's a longer walk for me to get to angels and demons existing than for me to get to an entity existing that created the universe. Like, it doesn't have to be the Christian God or whatever, but it does make sense that that some kind of a force or an entity might have created the universe. It's not a crazy thing to think. It's not even super crazy to think that maybe just like a dude created it, like from another universe or whatever. But then who created that universe? I don't know. But yeah, that's it for today. I'll find my Cooper friend tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Was that interesting? I don't know. See ya. Bye.